Welcome to What the F***. I'm replacing your regular host, John Vink, in his show, John Wants Answers, because John ignored the sign, hands off my Red Bull in the KMVT refrigerator, and now he's getting his stomach pumped. John, come back soon, but stop eating my lunch or next it'll be X-Lax brownies. Now, let's get a preview of tonight's show from Bobby Chastain in the brand new KMVT newsroom. Bobby, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Well, hi, Lawyer Jim. Your stories today are going to be scientists creating memory expansion in rats, soon to be in humans. Jim, how much are we going to have to drink now, man? Another issue is going to be that retail shopping is going to make you happier, so I'm wondering if this is going to be enough to offset the anxiety I get when I go to the mall. Man's going to fly U.S. Airways in women's clothes, so we're wondering if the terrorists have already won. And also, My Little Pony is becoming a very popular subject for fanboys on the net. So, Jim, let me know if these cowboys are for real.
Thanks a lot.
And I'll be back at the end of the show.
All right, thanks a lot, Bobby. We'll see you at the end of the show, and I'll get that $20 to you by then. All right. Out of the millions that tried, these are your elite. But enough about the contestants in Rock of Love. Let's meet our guests. In the far chair, it's writer and member of the comedy troupe Suburban Squirrels. It's Teresa Condon. She's so cute, babies go, ooh, every time they see her. And then she kicks them like soccer balls. And then they say, ooh, again. In the middle chair, it's nurse and fellow Suburban Squirrel, Frankie J. She's so charming, Prince Charming has changed his name to Prince Frankie J. Sitting in between them, it's former Starbucks and Pete's barista and champion midget cage fighter James Ilg. If funny puns were a thoroughbred racehorse, tiny men would ride him and whip him until he came.
I need a theme song.
Finally, sitting next to me in the repulsive panelist chair, it's salesman Scott Birch. Dogs get rabies from biting him. Issue number 1. Is it really a tonic to be more like Johnny Mnemonic? Scientists have created a chip that allows rats to instantly know things. A group of scientists from the University of Southern California's Verbati School of Engineering, go Spartans, studied the chemical interactions that allow short-term learning and memorization in rats, and then built a prosthetic chip that uses electrodes to enhance and expand their memory abilities. The chip is capable of storing neural signals, basically functioning as electronic memory, allowing the rats to learn more and keep it in the devices. Researchers are hoping that this could lead to the development of devices that may help people affected with Alzheimer's disease, stroke, or other brain injuries. For more, we turn to our Imperial Science correspondent, Stormtrooper TK421. TK, what do you have to say to this?
Before my heart saw you, each day was just another day. Night the lonely interlude just came, then blew away, you know, boy. That's what I go through every day. Is this the way it should feel? I know Florida, that's where I am. You sent me there, the dream is my command. I know Florida, that's where I am. You sent me there, the dream is my command. I know.
Well, TK and his platoon actually were on the dance crew, but they came in second, and they went off on their competitors like they did on the Jawas. So that's what ended the show. All right, so let's see who will get the first question. Teresa, I'll give you the first question. Great idea or best idea ever?
I think, Jim, this is the first step before the machines take over.
Okay, would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
It would be a good thing.
Because?
As humans, we have not done a great job of running this world. So maybe it's time for a change.
Okay. All right. So, Frankie, great idea, best idea ever, bad idea?
I think it's a great idea, and I foresee a little implanted area in your brain that you would push like you do for your DVD player, and it goes chink, and you add a chip, and you push it back in, and you can have a whole library of different subjects, and you're automatically in tune with what's coming up.
Yeah, but what if it crashes?
Well, it'd be like a student that didn't study for a test. We'd all look pretty ridiculous.
Well, what if it crashed your operating system in the brain?
The end.
Ah, okay. James, good idea, bad idea?
Sorry, I forgot the question again.
Yeah, hang on, let me get my thumb back. Oh, I saw that.
No, I think I'd be pretty much first in line when that comes out. It's totally useful, especially in relationships.
Oh, that's true. So, but wait a minute. In your relationships, would you have enough storage space?
Oh, mine, yeah. I think I could squeeze a bit more in.
Or do you have to frag your hard drive? Scott, you know what frag the hard drive is, right?
Yeah.
That's how babies are made. But no, just
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah, I think you guys are all full of crap. Here's the thing, right? Like, as a man, my only two senses of plausible deniability are the fact that I either didn't hear or I didn't remember. And now they're trying to jack with one of my only two. Come on, when I say I don't remember or I didn't hear it, that's me getting in my little fetal position to try and, take blows. No, I don't want any hard drive. My bad memory is fine. I'm okay with having a memory like a goldfish, and every time I go around the castle is new. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't need anyone to upgrade my memory. My memory is my safety blanket. It's my little worry stone I hold on to.
You can just say you lost your thumb drive there, but anyway. So just out of curiosity, if you could do this, would there be anything you plug into your brain? Like, is there any information that if you could plug into your brain?
Ooh, I know jujitsu.
There you go. Yeah, right. And
Can I remove information from my brain?
yes, you can.
Ooh,
that's
even
to
better.
me.
Like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I would like to do that.
See, I plug in a foreign language, and then and jujitsu, right? But
Why are you going to plug in jiu-jitsu?
so I can beat the crap out of it.
Why a foreign language? You pretty much
In
talk
case you
foreign
tra-
to us anyway.
Well, in case you travel, right? In case I have to replace you with Chinese workers who charge less.
Oh.
Charge less
Yes,
than we
I know,
do?
I know. Apparently they have
that
I know
possible?
it's possible, but who knew? All right, Scott, your brain is filled. Your brain capacity is filled with the encyclopedic knowledge of porn stars and images of their genitalia. Is there any data you'd swap out, even only for a few minutes a day?
I don't know. I would probably lose. I would lose images of my old people fetish porn knowledge, and I would gain knowledge to make a fire by rubbing sticks together.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to issue 2. Do you really get high when you buy? A study published in the Journal of Psychology and Marketing, love their swimsuit edition, by the way, has found that shopping can actually make you happy. Researchers conducted hundreds of interviews at shopping centers, as well as asking shoppers to keep diaries of their shopping behavior, moods, and purchases that they regretted. 62% said they had bought something to cheer themselves up, while 28% said they had indulged in some form of celebration. For further comment, we turn to our lifestyle correspondent, Joy Lemur. JL, your thoughts? Well, JL seemed really happy with that umbrella purchase. Or maybe it was the drink that came with it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's too bad.
It was the fruit.
Seemed like the back room of a Korean
There
restaurant.
you go.
Down with Lemur explanation.
All right, Frankie, I'll start with you. You buying this, so to speak?
You know something? Buying things does give you a high for the moment, but I have experienced buyer's remorse driving out of the mall and going, what the heck did I just do? I just blew a paycheck on a purse first. So there's lots of things that retailers can learn from that.
Right.
Is make sure that the selection that your patrons are choosing are not going to come back within 3 hours. See, because they have buyer's remorse. Maybe they can do a little bit better marketing of their product.
Wait a minute. Do you think you'd still get the high if you bought it, got the high, then returned it? No. What about you, James? You think that worked?
This, I don't know. I don't return things, but
you're committed.
I mean, I'm a commitment guy. Yeah.
I'm still rocking that 8-track.
Just putting that out there.
I'm still rocking that 8-track. I'm not losing my 8-track, man. I'm never getting rid of the 8-track.
When you say you're a commitment guy, that means you're committed.
Yeah, well, soon to be
in the asylum, but okay.
Yes.
But you buying this?
This is like one of those ridiculous kind of studies or questions. I mean, it's like asking, doing a study to see whether men get aroused during sex. Women love to shop.
Depends on who you're having sex with.
Men love to shop too.
Some men love to shop as well.
No.
No.
My husband.
Most of them will be
Men like to buy.
today in Gay Pride Day.
Men like to buy, they don't like to shop.
Do they? Okay.
Or
My husband likes to shop and
relationships,
buy.
men like to rent, not to buy. Oh, Teresa, I'll go to you. Does this study jibe with the notion that money doesn't buy happiness?
Well, they're wrong. Money does buy happiness.
Has it bought you happiness?
Yes. I'm just rolling in money, rolling in happiness.
Guys have bought happiness from her by the hour.
I'm not talking to you anymore. It depends on the type of thing that you buy. Like, I personally do not get happiness from buying clothes, but I get happiness, this is very true, from going to get dark chocolate. 72% Lindt dark chocolate.
Okay.
That makes my day.
All right. So Scott, with all your worldly possessions consists of the clothes on your back, 20 pounds of aluminum cans, and the rusty hibachi, and every copy of Playboy with Anna Nicole Smith in it.
Correct.
Does this make you a happy man or a man to fear when you finally win the lottery?
I would probably just stare at the ticket and then have a heart attack and die. I'd probably never even catch the thing in. But I can tell you that...
like the song, right?
That's it.
Is it Alanis Morissette?
Yeah, where she doesn't know the difference between ironic and unfortunate.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Here's what I would say. If my wife is prescribing to this particular form of therapy, she is seriously self-medicating. I mean, seriously self-medicating. I mean, I can't think of a handbag or a pair of shoes she has not wanted to buy. She should be as happy as all get out. And she totally is.
So the yin to your yang, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're at the end of the segment. Does Delta Smelt make for great tasting sushi? Frankie J will tell us after the next break and discuss her new food blog, Endangered Cuisine. Will the TSA grope someone dressed as a dope? In early June, a man who was wearing nothing but women's undergarments was allowed to fly on U.S. Airways. The man boarded the flight from Fort Lauderdale to Phoenix and was let on the plane despite complaints from other passengers to airline employees. The controversy comes after the airline threw a college football player off a flight at SFO after he refused to pull up his sagging pants. The airline defends its decision, noting that the football player refused a request by the plane captain to hitch up. And while there's no dress code to fly, what? You think this is Southwest or something? On the other hand, perhaps they're spending their time trying to prevent stuff like this from getting on a carry-on. You know what? Don't mess with the band anymore. I think, right? Those band geeks can mess you up. All right, so James, I'm going to start with you.
I think that was the last member of the marching band.
That's why they refused to yield. Very
That's
good.
the guy from Stanford.
There you go. Is U.S. Airways being hypocritical?
Well, if the question is hypocritical, yeah, of course. It's there. There was a guy who they stopped earlier that was wearing pajamas, but he had him, halfway down to his knees, and there was a big fuss. Although there was no big fuss over this one, so yeah, okay. It's hypocritical.
Well, the distinction, I think, was they thought that the guy who didn't hitch his pants, they thought his genitalia might be showing, whereas the guy dressed in bra and panties, apparently genitalia wasn't.
I'm sorry,
showing.
say that again.
Well,
That was their
I don't think
distinction.
so.
That was the distinction the airline gave. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, that's whatever. I mean, they're just covering their ass to.
Literally, and other things.
And trying to cover their ass, yeah.
Teresa, you agree? Hypocritical or not?
I think traveling in your underwear sounds very comfortable. I mean, it's kind of the way I imagine Lady Gaga traveling.
No, Teresa. Only in your underwear, not clothes over your underwear.
Oh, right, yeah. Like I said, it's kind of the way I imagine Lady Gaga traveling. I mean, she wears very little else most of the time.
She does have the meat thing, right?
She's in an egg. What the hell?
She's in an egg. She's
in an egg.
No, but these are for shows.
I
mean, when you see her kind of just walking around, you see pictures of her. She's usually pantsless, at least.
I guess I'll have to take your word for it since I don't see Lady Gaga normally when she's not.
You guys are not cool at all.
Frankie, I'll have to recover. Why don't you answer what do you think while I recover from the accusation of uncoolness from Teresa over there?
The whole thing stems from who is the captain of your ship, right?
Right.
And the captain asked this young gentleman to please stand up and pull up his trousers, and he refused. And the captain, at that point, according to air law, says that he has the right to throw somebody off the airplane, in which he did, because he did not, adhere to what the captain's wishes were. Whether they were right or wrong, I don't agree with that. See, the last time I traveled from Hawaii, seeing how people got on the plane in Honolulu and came dressed to San Francisco, I'm like, this guy was overdressed, probably.
Wait a minute. So if the captain on the plane with the guy in the bra and panties didn't like him, what would he say? Put on more clothes?
I don't know.
Have him go in the gift shop and get a sweater? The one that says Fort Lauderdale?
The one that says the Fort Lauderdale.
Here, tie this around your waist. Get some flip flops. What? All right.
Could be.
All right. Let's see here, Scott. This is actually. I think we have a picture of it. Do we have a picture of it here? Okay. Yeah. No, wrong picture. But I think we have a picture of it here. But Scott, this is actually a picture of you from 20 years in the future. So, you looking forward to this? Your future or not?
Totally looking forward to it, man. My future's so bright. It's awesome. Here's the thing, man. Here's the reality. Captain said, "Pull up the pants." He doesn't pull up the pants. Get the hell off the plane. Beat it. Now, here's the thing. If the pilot said, "Hey, you can't come on here because you're dressed like, you're dressed like Shirley MacLaine in drag," no, you can't be there. You know what I mean? It didn't look good. I mean, it looked almost as bad as Jim.
All right, yeah, pretty much.
What he says goes. Enough said.
Oh yeah, no. What I say never goes. You ought to know that.
Well, not you, but the captain of a plane. I'll listen to him.
Oh yeah, that's true. He actually has a useful job skill.
Yeah. Okay. Not like you.
All right, let's see here. I believe we are to issue 4. Are male fans of My Little Pony real or phony? For those of you who think Star Wars, Star Trek, or The Simpsons are shows nerdy men follow with obsessive dedication, there's a new flavor, My Little Pony. Since airing on the cable channel Hub TV, the show has attracted a growing number of male fanatics. In addition to watching the show, these teenage 20 and 30-something guys are creating pony art, posting fan videos on YouTube, and feeding threads on 4chan. No idea what that is. Some fans say the show's appeal lies in good illustration, excellent characters, or as one fan put it, a perfect storm of 80s nostalgia and cultural irony. That sounds like my justification for reading smut. Anyways, some also credit Lauren Faust, who rebooted the My Little Pony franchise for Hub TV, pointing to her experience with the show The Powderpuff Girls, which also had extensive crossover appeal. Or it scraps it so they can show up and like this to the convention. Yeah, I bet you that guy can get on a U.S. Airways flight with no problem, except for the sword that he's holding in his hand.
I think the horn in his head might get in the way.
No, I think that's probably foam. Anyway,
it interfere with the visualization.
No, the sword in his hand's okay.
And the oxygen mask.
You just can't have any deodorant.
There you go.
The sword is fine. You just can't have any shampoo or toothpaste.
All right.
Didn't you get arrested for having your sword in your hand?
We don't need to talk about
that. Yeah, sorry.
No.
And it wasn't my sword, by the way.
No, that's a penknife.
It was the pen.
Or box cutter.
Hey, it's not that small.
The box cutter? Oh.
All right. James, anything wrong with this?
Is anything wrong with it? Well, tell me what's right with it.
Why are you asking the captain of the bronies if there's anything wrong with it?
I noticed that everyone in that news article refused to give their real name. I wonder why.
Like this show.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah. It's our little secret.
Names been changed to protect the guilty.
It's whatever floats the boat, though. I mean, if they're gay, they're gay. If they're not gay, whatever. They're just
Does it
finding
necessarily
something.
correlate with being gay for liking My
Yeah,
Little
I want to
Pony?
stand up for all the gay people right
First,
now
I thought so,
Who
but
have
then
My
I,
Little
who
Pony
don't
in the
have My Little
bathroom.
Pony. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah,
Don't
I think
you
you're-
travel on a
yeah, I think
rainbow
you're
or
insulting
something?
the taste
I
of
think
most
they
gay
do.
people.
Seriously, they have
Yeah,
mad
I-
A rainbow is
Disclaimer.
like their highway, something
don't
like
watch,
that.
so wouldn't be able to tell you.
Frankie?
I didn't
I'm giving too
see-
much away.
I didn't see My Little Ponies in the 80s because I was,
high on coke.
well, probably, but, you know, the cans of it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
That's when I had sugar, as opposed
That's
to
right.
corn syrup here.
really, right.
Best sugar ever. By the way, Scott, that sugar you gave me before the show, best sugar ever.
Right.
I lost a lot of weight. I don't know what is that stuff. Or is it milk powder? I always get those two confused.
Oh, it's Charlie Sheen's winning sugar.
It's crushed X-Lax. Be careful.
My nose is a little runny from it. I don't know. Hey, Teresa,
Yes.
as a single gal, if you met a guy who was a brony, would you be like, yeah, I got break me off a piece of that, or would you run away screaming?
I think this goes back to the money.
Yes, that would be a factor. Yes.
Show me the money, baby.
It would. I'm pretty sure the only women in these bronies' lives are their little sisters who play My Little Ponies with them.
Not so.
Whoa.
It wouldn't be.
I don't.
Kind of sick.
It wouldn't be you then, right?
No, but they play with the little My Little Ponies was very popular when I was young. I had like 10 little My Little Pony figurines. I'm pretty sure, the only women in their lives would be their little sisters, which does sound creepy, but I mean, it's kind of a creepy thing
Hey,
all around.
All right, Scott, I'll let you. Yeah, Scott, you're aware that Star Wars and Star Trek fans don't like each other, right?
Okay.
All right. But as a strawberry shortcake fan yourself, do you have the same animosity towards the bronies?
Yeah, a little
judges
bit. Well, here's the
me.
thing. I'm actually on the wanted list for crimes against My Little Pony. So I do know that the bronies are now trying to convene a trial in The Hague for me because between the ages of like 11 and like 14, I think I slaughtered hundreds of My Little Ponies by taking my friends' little sisters and burning them mercilessly.
Roman candles too.
Yeah, I like to shoot my friends in the face with that, but that's another story. But yeah, so no, I'm actually I'm an international brony criminal.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
All
cred
right.
you have on this show.
All right, we're at the end of the segment. So, how many pictures of teenage girls in schoolgirl outfits is too many? There is never too many, as Teresa Condon will tell us about her experience as her high school yearbook editor after the next break.
Hello, this is Teresa Condon with a breaking news alert. WikiLeaks claim they have hacked into the Pentagon computers and downloaded the pornography files of recently deceased al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. Here is some of the footage. Just a caution to our viewers, this footage is graphic and disturbing and is inappropriate for younger viewers.
Zostaw go.
Po drugie AIGTFI, to TFI, po trzecie kolejny taki pozostaje. 3 świetne firmy jeszcze bliżej siebie.
More news as it develops. This has been a KMVT breaking news alert. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Segment which has made its triumphant return. Joining us from the newsroom via Skype is Bobby Chastain. Bobby, how'd we do?
You did all right, Jim. There weren't a lot of facts to check, frankly. I will agree wholeheartely with Scott, who mentioned that pornography will drive that new technology regarding the chip in the brain, because as VHS succeeded, the future of this depends on porn adopting it. I think it'd be very powerful if you could get those sort of ideas actually put in your mind. You think it really happened. I mean, that's very powerful stuff. Obviously, retail shopping does make me feel better. I love coming home with some pot or cocaine. Also, the liquor store always makes me feel better when I buy it. I think that has something to do with the endorphins that are released from the purchase. I don't know if genitalia was the line that they draw as far as dressing on an airplane, because I don't think the guy with the saggy pants had that either. All I know is I'd rather sit next to either of those people than to this polar bear woman that was flying to Alaska. I had to hear about these polar bears the whole flight. I'd rather sit next to the guy in the women's underwear, probably. The Pony Boy guys, I think that has to be these are Gen X guys that are just sort of didn't get irony when it was big, and now they have their chance, and it's sort of the dregs of what irony can be. So I think that's a put on, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think that's a gay issue so much as it is probably a gender identity issue.
Okay, what gender identity issue are you thinking about?
I'm thinking that they probably should have been born girls, if this isn't just a thing.
Okay, so more like a transgender kind of thing?
Yeah, I think anyone that likes power ponies? What is it?
Powerpuff Girls.
No, it's ponies. They're like pink ponies, and that's not for boys.
It isn't? Okay, you never watched Powerpuff Girls when it was only about 3 years
Powerpuff
ago.
Girls, yeah. No, I'm talking about the ponies, Jim. I thought that was about ponies.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, it's about the ponies too. So I don't know, Bobby. So you buy licorice. Licorice makes you. Is it the licorice that makes you happy, or is it the other things that you buy?
What's that?
For you said you bought some things that made you happy. Was it licorice? And I forget what were the other things. What were the other?
Yeah, all those things, they make me happy. I think it is. It's just sort of a retail thing. I go out and just the act of buying it makes me very happy.
Okay. Is it the act of buying it that makes you happy, or is it something else that makes you happy?
I tend to be very happy, so.
Okay, so maybe it's not just the retail. Maybe you're just a happy guy. You're just high on life.
Yeah, lots of serotonin.
So, I mean, I'm not going to apologize for that, Jim. Are you trying?
Serotonin.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So is that So when he's high on serotonin.
Exactly.
Is that the name of your girlfriend, Bobby? Serotonin.
Serotonin. Mm-hmm.
Is serotonin a new word for purple kush? I'm not sure.
Is she a nice gal? She make you feel good?
Jim, I think you should probably get into drugs a little more.
Serotonin.
No, see, the thing is,
A little.
my retail therapy makes me happy, but that's because I spend so little. So you got to save up. You got to get more bang for your buck, so to speak. Like the value menu at certain fast food places and stuff. But.
Or you could always ask Teresa.
It's your day.
Not going to dignify that with a response.
So Bobby, how do you like the newsroom in there?
It's great. We got all sorts of great new gadgets in here. I've mostly been watching your episode with on Chinese television with the guy who called you Lawyer 2. Get a kick out of that. It's good programming. So, got a lot of good gear. I don't know that we're putting it to the best use, but very comfy in here.
Oh, don't
Also,
worry.
I'm using your laptop. I thought I was disconnected. Your brother sent you a text, and it said something like "yummy tum tum" or something. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I assume that means pizza's on the way. So at least everyone gets fed, right? Bang for the buck. At least food makes you happy, right?
Oh, absolutely, Jim. Thanks.
All right. So you got any more fact checks for us? Are we good?
No facts to speak of in the course of your show.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bobby. I think we're at the end of the show. Oh, by the way, just as a new thing, we are on social media. So I'm good. So hopefully the idiot that edits this show will put in the bottom third of the screen here our Facebook page, our Twitter connection, and our Gmail email address, so you can email us and tell us how you love or hate or don't really give a crap about the show. All right. Excellent job, guys.
Thank
Later.
you.